The definition of insanity is repeating the same process over and over, hoping for a different outcome. To suddenly be different. These were among the last words in Joe Stack's suicide note just before he flew his plane into an IRS building in Texas. This man was a very twisted man with shades of brilliance around him. He explained in his letter about his intense hate for the IRS. He explained how he lost all his money, his business, and years of his life to the IRS. Mr. Stack truly believed in his mind that giving his body to a fight that was horribly one-sided would awaken many and help them join in a less harsh manner. This man was a computer engineer that watched his life get stripped from his hands multiple times, and his retirement fund. Joe Stack lived a long and healthy life fighting the IRS, which ended up taking his life. This man gave his life to push a point to the public. Today I would like to inform you about the IRS and how they are not as bad as you may think. According to the article titled Fact Sheets, Economics of Taxes on the U.S. Treasury's website, the federal government earns money, all of its money through revenue through three different forms of taxation. These three are divided amongst the federal, state, and county level. Income generated benefits everyone. Many people often talk bad about the IRS simply for the reason they take money from you. They do not know where it goes or why. So first I will talk about three main types of taxes. Second, I will talk about where the money goes and who it benefits as a whole. And last, I will discuss programs run purely on income generated by taxes. Not many people actually know the different types of taxes there are. They just know they have to pay them and get it over with. Property tax is enforced on a local level. Property tax is enforced when someone goes to buy a piece of land or home. Things that are also included in property taxes are cars, boats, and luxury type items that can be used in public areas. In an article written by Judy Zelio titled Property Tax is Leading Source of Revenue, it is stated, in the 2001 fiscal year, nearly $354 billion was generated between all local and county governments, and 253 of which was done through property tax. That is almost 70% amongst the local governments themselves. Local money raised also goes to upgrading schools and roads and buildings. Sales tax is another very large tax. This is little more known since products are purchased on a day-to-day basis. Nearly everything you purchase has a tax on it. Almost every item purchased on a day-to-day basis is charged. Its revenue is primarily going to the state you're buying the goods from. The money collected from sales tax is typically used in an effort to clean up cities and bring needed materials into areas. For example, when you buy gas, the tax you pay may go into maintenance of the roads on which you drive. Not only do sales tax help generate revenue for the state governments and help eliminate debt for states, they also allow a little wiggle room to upgrade schools and pay teachers and allow different things to go on. They can also be used as an incentive-based system. As Roger Collier states in his article, Raise Taxes on High Alcohol Bet Products, written February 10, 2010, drinks with a high percentage of alcohol should be taxed higher than those drinks with less damaging effects on the body. This forces people to drink less alcoholic beverages to pay less as cheaper expense. One of the final and most important taxes is income taxes. Income taxes are the taxes that are automatically deducted from your paycheck and sent directly to the federal government. The federal government revenue relies almost entirely on income taxes generated by working people everywhere. Money collected goes towards things that most would not pay for on their own, such as national defense and the state and local policemen. As stated in an article titled Fact Sheet Taxes, not only does money go towards our protection, but also to the less fortunate, people forced into poverty. One question that nearly everyone asks but no one ever takes the time to figure out is, where does all the money collected really go? All leftover money. According to David Walchinsky in his report, Where Does Your Tax Money Go?, last updated April 2005, the majority of the money is funneled into the military, healthcare, national debt, and social security fund. Being that our country is fighting a war in Iraq, we are in a tough time economically. and tough times call for desperate measures. In 2005, nearly 22% of the tax money was spent on national defense and the war overseas. On this same note, millions of dollars are being spent to pay troops of today and troops from previous years. Their medical bills and housing and anything that they need is taken care of. The Social Security Fund is another large fund our tax dollars go towards. Social Security, as defined by Funk and Wagnall's New World Encyclopedia, is a public program designed to provide income and services to people who retire, become disabled, or become ill. A very large problem yet to fully come around is discussed here by John Wagner in his article, IRS Tax Revenue Falls Along with Taxpayer Income, updated May 27, 2009. Somewhere around 77 million baby boomers will soon be reaching the age of retirement, and most likely be looking for their Social Security to kick in. Baby boomers were born in 1946 and 1964, and in between that gap, while the war was taking place. Last but not least, as the programs that are set up and run almost purely on taxes in order to help the less fortunate and impoverished. Many great services are provided off of tax revenue generated. In recent years, the unemployment rate has begun to skyrocket. The U.S. is falling into a recession. The federal compensation program was one of the few that were put into order to help people that lost their job and looking for work. Tax money does foot the bill for the unemployed. It's safe to say it's not all public taxes. In fact, according to Robert Longley in his article, Unemployment Benefits, corporations, the funds are taken from the Social Security Fund, collected from businesses and corporations purely for that fund. The rate is adjusted according to the unemployment rate. The higher the unemployment rate, the higher the taxes for the corporations and the businesses. Another program that is not really noticed that a lot of our tax money goes into is public transportation. Everybody likes to complain about not having a good, like, where does the tax money go, where does it benefit? They don't realize the new buses and the new technology that comes out in order to benefit the public. As you're riding on a new bus to work, nobody ever really realizes that tax money goes to the bus driver, the schools, the signs that are posted to help you find that bus. In John Matsisaka's article, Where Does It All Go?, written in July 17, 2008, almost $10 billion is put towards public transportation each year. New trains, new airplanes to keep everyone safer in a modern era. But not many notice. In review, today we learned about taxes, the 3 different types, and property, income, and sales. We've learned about how the money benefits you and where it really goes, and programs that are designed to help people that are less fortunate and need help. In conclusion, I hope that I've helped you gain insight on the IRS and how they're not really truly bad guys. They just enforce the tax laws that the government has put into place to help benefit us all through schools, transportation, and other sorts of things. I mean, not many people would fork out money for national defense if they didn't have to. So this is a way that we all benefit